all waking up already?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. I try to wake up. But yeah, my name is Milla Pennanen and I'm the founder of Game Makers of Finland. And I try to give you a speech about the future and how I think about the future that is going to happen in the game industry. But before I go to that, I just want to tell you about Game Makers of Finland. So does anyone know or have heard about Game Makers of Finland? Few. Okay, nice. That's good. So we are the union for the people who work in the industry, and we're actually the first one in the whole world. And we've been since 2017, so almost 10 years, almost. And our mission is, of course, to act as a union, so we help and support all the people in the industry. And one of our main achievements is that we have created the recommendation for the salaries in the industry. So every year we make this salary survey where we study the salaries and the situation overall. So if you haven't heard about it, then you can go to our website, peliala.fi, so you can find the latest salaries there. But yeah, when I chose this topic, about the future, what's happening now and what's happening in 5 years is I tried to think about the situation adding a spice, which is called gamers, so the players who play our games. And I thought that this is really interesting and nice thing to go through, but it was actually really hard, because it's really hard to predict the future. But I did my best, and I need to add the disclaimer that these are my thoughts, they're my thoughts, and I hope that I give you new ideas and maybe hope and belief for the future, because it's not that bad situation, I think. But if you think about the future, you need to think about the past. So what games did you play 5 years ago? How the situation has changed. Do you play different games now? No? Same? Yeah. Well, I play different games than 5 years ago, but still a few of the same games. So, yeah. But the gaming habits, they are evolving. They are playing on multiple devices, mobile, console, PC, and now we have the cloud gaming, which is going further and further every day, every year. And then people are doing streams, and people are watching the streams, so the culture of viewing is growing. We have Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and many others, which I don't even know. But that thing is growing and growing. And at the forefront is the sociality, community, and identity of the players. So they want to play games and they want to be known as the players. And the Generation Z and Alpha, they have really different values of gaming, playing games. And this year it's Generation Beta. Generation B is now born. But also the consumer behavior has changed. There's more ethics, diversity, and sustainability that the players value. And, they might try your game, they play 5 seconds, and then they quit. So it's the short-term commitment that has gone with the new generations. But we, as a game makers, we have to respond and maybe evolve as well as the game players. So we have to, of course, understand the players and the design. And we do the survey each year, it's good, and you have to also do the survey and study the players, but you have to also understand their lives. And then we, as a game makers, we have new roles and new skills. Live ops, community managers, analytics, content design, marketing, we can continue the list. And actually, they are the old titles, but what the people do on those titles, that has changed and that has evolved, and that has to be evolving every day. And like we heard, AI, it's here. but it also has a really huge effect, and also narrative design, soundscape, usability, all those, they have been evolving and they will do that. And of course we want to say that diversity matters, so diversity in creators, diversity in games, and that's also the players diverse. And yeah. But entrepreneurship, that's the thing that has been growing and changing. We have the panel after my talk, I think. 10:30, we have the panel about contractor work. So that's the thing that has happened before. We know freelance work, contract work, yes, but it will become more bigger in the future, and we will hear more about that, like really experiences from the people who have been working as the contractors. You have your own game projects, hopefully, going on now. You have to do it tomorrow also, and in 5 years too. And then we have new collaboration models. People work together as contractors. They do joint operations, joint games. That's growing. And remember always to continue to study, continue to learn. And education really matters in this stage. But the future. Oh. Disclaimer, my thoughts. Trends. We heard already of some trends that is going to happen. But AI, yes, we have to integrate it and use it for testing and design. We don't have to, but we could, and we will. And media, interactive media, it's merging with the video and music industries, as you might know. And gamification, it's actually everywhere at the moment. It's going to be in learning and well-being and work-life overall. It's all about gamification at the moment and in the future. And when we talk about work-life, oh gosh, yes, it's changing. Yeah.
Can you please elaborate on interactive media working with video?
Yeah, it means like all those video on demand, music, streamers, that kind of thing, content creators. That's what I mean about that. About interactive media was the question. And yeah, the work life has changed and it will be different maybe in 5 years. And we have been doing the remote work, yes, and it will continue. And we do the project-based work, we do those collaborations, and we have communal workspaces in Helsinki, in Jyväskylä, in Turku, in Tampere at least. Those places, they're meant to, the people who work in the game industry, they have their own projects, they're studying it, they can go to this workspace area, like Innovation Home in Helsinki, Maria 00, that kind of places. They are going to stay. And yes, the industry is not just about the big studios and what they do. It's everything that you do, and it will be everything that you can do here. So you have to influence and make a difference, build networks, show up at events like this, and build your own gaming communities. Be active in LinkedIn and other platforms. That's the future. It's nowadays and it will be the future. So keep building your impact on this industry. And I still continue because I have these lessons to learn, kind of things that we've been doing already, but we have to learn from those. So, because I'm from the union, one of the things that has happened and will happen is employee rights. So the rise of workers' rights, it's a global phenomenon. And it's all about well-being of the employees, and that means also continuous of the game companies. And did you know that in Japan, Nintendo workers went on hunger strike to stop the relocation of their factory? Have you heard about it? Here's a picture of that hunger strike. Yeah, and the year was 1955. So that's actually the first known act, kind of union act that ever happened in game industry. And Nintendo was founded in 1889, and they made playing cards. So it wasn't a video game company yet, but yeah, that's how it started. And nowadays, we have actually 100 unions or similar kind of organizing groups all over the world. And the latest thing is CWA in the States and Canada. They unionize the game industry in North America. That's some people thought that will never happen, but hey, if that's possible, everything is possible. And I've also listed things that are good because of the employee rights. So they bring together employees in different companies to share experiences. And when employees, they go together, we could actually have effect and even influence the legislation. It's really important. But there's also this minus thing, which is union busting. So there's people who don't like unions, and they try to do everything to stop them. Next, pop culture. This is similar to the interactive media thing, because nowadays games turn into movies and TV shows, and that will be in the future also. So it's not anymore first there was a movie or a TV show and then they made a game. I hope that you have seen the latest Last of Us. I love it. The show and the game. And that means new business opportunities to studios. Rovio is a good example actually of making shows and movies. And new jobs and career paths to us. Bigger audience and most of all new players to enjoy our games. And game industry people, they will get cultural appreciation and credibility. It's just not like some nerds doing their game, but it's huge art and huge success things. So I think it's a really good thing and it will continue. And some slides, statistics, about the revenue of the game industry. I think you can't see it, but the game industry on the right side, the statistics on the right side, it shows, I can't see it either. But yeah, it's in the EU revenue of the digital video game, the high one. It's really high. And then comes the video on demand, meaning Netflix, HBO, that kind of things. And the left picture is it's like growing and growing and growing. It's the revenue of the game industry globally. So it's growing and growing and growing. That's a good sign. And the last bulk in Finnish is the year 27. So that's the future. But there are minus things about pop culture thing. So copyright and control challenges, adaptations may fail. You might know some games that has been turned into movie and that sucked. So it's really important to keep on control of the game. And external guidance of creativity, that's also one minus point. If we fix those, we'll be fine. And new way of making content, and by that I mean sandbox games, UGC, user-generated content. That's here to stay. And one of the good things is Steam, not the Steam where you download games, but it means educational things, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So the kids, they will learn those things with these kind of games. And money, just money. And there's no limits because it means a lot of creative opportunities. There's also, I think you can't see, but there's a slide that shows Roblox all-time visits, the games on Roblox. The first one is Brookhaven, almost 60 billion all-time visits in 4 years. 60 billion, that's a lot. And then there's Bloxfruit and Adopt Me. And the fourth one, it has only 8 billion visits in 2 years. But that game, Dress to Impress, that has made by Gigi. She was 14 when she made the game in Roblox. So that's a good thing. And then Why are they so deaf? Yeah, but that's how they pay money from Roblox and Fortnite and other UGC games. So they pay out for the developers. That means that you all can create your own games into Roblox, Fortnite, Minecraft, even GTA is a sandbox game. You can create your content, create your games there, and maybe earn some money. So the maximum on 23 was $1.32 billion they pay out. And in Roblox, top 10 creators, they earned 27 million last year. So there's lots of money going on. And here you can see the 10 best-selling video games. Minecraft, 300 million sold copies. That's huge. But minus things. They could be really irresponsible, unethical, uncontrolled, and no limits. So fix these, we'll be fine. AI, well, generative AI is here to stay. We need to adapt, learn, control, create it. And we heard really nice point of views from Bea on the last speech. But I say, and I predict that it won't replace developers, but it will change the roles. Yeah. Here's me. I tried my first. I tested it. I tried to ask a picture of me on stage talking about my game that I'm playing at the moment. Well, not now because I'm here, but in 5 hours hopefully. And I tried to, And now I gave my actual picture to the AI. So nice. If you know the game, no one. Yes, Assassin's Creed, yeah. But and there are minus things. Whose work is the AI model using? Now it's using my actual picture. And how are the creators of creative work protected? So it's really uncontrolled. Fix that, we'll be fine. And then the gamers, the players. We all know them, and hopefully we all them. So they are everywhere. And we have so many game types. Like my mom, she's 60. No, I can't say her age. But I asked her that what games does she play. She was like, no, nothing, no games. And I was watching her playing at the same time Candy Crush on her iPad. And I told her that's actually a game. And she was like, no, it's yeah. So they are everywhere. And they have the power, but also they have the responsibility, which most of the players hopefully have already figured out. And the thing that has changed the game industry and game developing is analytics. So it's our superpower used well. And there is the region where the gamers are actually. So Asia is the biggest market space. Europe is the second. And there is 3.3 billion active players at the moment. Yeah, that's a lot. Then minus points. Accessibility and platforms. We have Android, Apple phone, iPhones, PlayStation, Xbox, everything. There could be Epic Store, Steam. So the games can be in many different places, but some of the games are only in one place. I don't know if that could be fixed, but. And then there's toxic behavior and harassment and piracy and unwillingness to pay. Those are the minus points at the moment. So fix it and we'll be fine. And then there's same but different esports. That's total different thing. I would put it here, except on that small text. I have like 3 minutes left, but parental guidance, meaning that we are raising the next generation at the moment. Yeah, I said the names before, but we have that's why we have PEGI, awareness of in-game purchases, which is on the news all the time, and we do support and supervise the kids. And there's Peliviikko, 1 week in a year that is all about responsible gameplay that we teach to our kids in Finland. And then cyber threats and unawareness of everything is actually the minus points. But we're here to build it and create and fix it, so we'll be fine. And my conclusion is that we'll be fine. Just last words is that yes, don't underestimate anything that you do, any in your own projects, because they can lead to big opportunities. And one thing remains the same: games need their creators. They need you, and you can be one of them, and we can build it one game at a time. And my time is here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Milla. And I just want to remind you that you see this roll-up for the Game Makers of Finland. So Milla will be available there later for the questions.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that we have actually our own spring meeting today in Urban Sauna place. It's in Aleksis Kivenkatu 22 in Kallio. And I know that there is this after hours thing in U season, but if you want to join us after the U season thing, you can. So if you want to come there, you can meet me and say that I would join there, and I give you more directions. So welcome. There's pizza.
Nice. Yeah, well, Game Makers of Finland stand over there, so please be there. Like, you can catch up. Do you want to grab some coffee? Yeah?